Did you know that over 70% of first dates don't make it to a second because the other person felt uncomfortable or noticed something off? In fact, the vast majority of these failed first impressions are due to mistakes that can easily be avoided. In this video, we're going to break down those small details that are often overlooked and that, without realizing it, could be sabotaging your chances of success on a date. If you want to ensure your date goes well and avoid those common mistakes that push women away, stay until the end to discover the 10 essential points that will completely change your dating game. Number 1. Poor hygiene. Lack of personal hygiene is one of the most common mistakes, but at the same time, one of the most avoidable. Showing up looking good and smelling nice is crucial, not just for your own well-being, but also to make a good impression on the other person. Taking care of your appearance and being clean demonstrates respect for yourself and the person you are meeting. Nothing drives someone away more than arriving at a date and noticing that the other person didn't bother to prepare properly. Think of the details: showering before the date, wearing a good deodorant, ensuring your clothes are clean and ironed, and even wearing a pleasant fragrance that isn't overwhelming. This will not only help you look better, but will also give you a boost of confidence. Good hygiene is not just about physical appearance, but about showing that you value the date and the person you'll be with. While it may seem obvious, it's a point that shouldn't be overlooked. Number 2. Talking only about yourself. On a date, communication should be a two-way street, an exchange where both can share and get to know each other. If you monopolize the conversation by only talking about yourself, you risk coming across as self-centered. It's fine to share things about yourself, but if you don't leave room to learn about the other person, they may feel invisible or, worse, undervalued. The key is finding a balance. Ask open-ended questions so the other person can share their experiences, interests, and opinions. If you realize you're talking more than 70% of the time, it's time to shift the focus. People enjoy talking about themselves, and if you give them the opportunity to do so, they'll feel more connected to you. It's not just about what you say, but showing genuine interest in what the other person shares. A good tip is to listen carefully and remember the details they mention. This way, you can bring up those topics later and show that you truly cared about what they said. Number 3. Being rude to staff. How you treat others says a lot about who you are. If you're nice to your date, but treat the waiter or anyone attending to you with disdain or arrogance, that's a red flag. Courtesy and respect shouldn't be limited to those you want to impress. They should be a constant in your daily behavior. Imagine you're in a restaurant, and the waiter is trying their best to be kind, but you respond with snarky comments or show impatience over minor inconveniences. The other person might interpret that the way you treat others could be how you treat them in the future. Kindness and respect are fundamental values that can also help create a pleasant environment for both during the date. A good rule of thumb is always to treat everyone with respect and gratitude. Number 4. Lack of manners. Good manners are always important, and they are even more so on a first date, where first impressions are everything. This includes not only how you eat, but also how you behave in general. Simple gestures, like not chewing with your mouth open, waiting for the other person to sit before starting to eat, or not interrupting while they speak, can make a big difference. Some people may see these details as superficial, but the reality is that manners reflect a lot about your personality and how you interact with others. While we are all human and make mistakes, the important thing is to show that you care about making a good impression and that you know how to behave in different social situations. Number 5. Not showing genuine interest. In the digital age, it's easy to get distracted by phones or social media, However, if you're on a date, it's crucial to show that you're present. If you spend the whole time staring at your phone, replying to messages, or simply looking around distractedly, you could be conveying that you don't care about the other person. Giving full attention is an act of respect and shows that you value the other person's time. When you focus on the person in front of you, you demonstrate interest and willingness to get to know them. Ask about their interests, dreams, and goals. Show that you're genuinely interested in knowing who they are and what they're passionate about. Remember that everyone wants to feel valued and that their opinions and stories matter. Number 6. Being too insistent. When someone shows excessive interest or insists on doing things the other person doesn't want to do, it can be interpreted as a lack of respect for their boundaries and desires. It's important to remember that attraction and connection build gradually, and that both parties should feel comfortable. If you insist on taking the date somewhere the other person doesn't want to go, or try to move the relationship forward physically faster than feels natural for both, you risk coming off as disrespectful or pushy. If your main interest is just something casual, it's much better to be upfront from the beginning to avoid misunderstandings. Honesty will always be the best policy. Number 7. Showing insecurity. Confidence is an attractive trait, but it's important to distinguish between genuine vulnerability and insecurity. Nerves are natural on a date, but constantly voicing your insecurities about your appearance, past experiences, or your ability to attract others can be counterproductive. While sharing some personal experiences can help build a connection, showing exaggerated insecurity might make the other person question if you're truly ready for a relationship. Work on your self-esteem and try to focus on the positives about yourself. When you show confidence, you signal that you are secure in who you are and what you offer in a relationship. This doesn't mean you should never talk about your problems or insecurities, but the entire conversation shouldn't revolve around them. Confidence doesn't mean being perfect. It's about being comfortable with your imperfections and showing your worth, without needing external validation. Remember, confidence is contagious, and if you project a positive, secure image, the other person will also feel comfortable and drawn to you. Number 8. Being arrogant and showy. There's a difference between being confident and being arrogant. Continuously talking about your achievements, money, or material possessions can be a major turnoff for the other person. It's not wrong to feel proud of what you've achieved, but if it seems like you're trying too hard to impress, it might seem like your value depends only on what you have, not who you are. Healthy relationships are built on authenticity and genuine connection, not status or showing off. Instead of bragging about what you have, try sharing what you're passionate about, your goals, your values, and how you view life. This will allow the other person to connect with you on a deeper, more real level. Plus, a humble and genuine attitude is often much more attractive than someone constantly seeking attention. Number 9. Not respecting boundaries. One of the most important things in any human interaction, and especially on a date, is respecting the other person's boundaries. This can range from conversation topics to physical contact. If someone sets clear boundaries, it's essential to respect them without trying to push or manipulate the situation to get what you want. For example, if the person you're with doesn't feel comfortable with a hug, holding hands, or a more intense show of affection, it's crucial to respect their space. Otherwise, you could create an awkward experience or make the person feel pressured. Building a healthy relationship is based on trust and mutual respect. When you respect boundaries, you show that you value the other person's well-being and comfort over your own desires. Number 10. Showing possessiveness too soon. This point is related to respecting boundaries. but it's worth noting independently. If you show possessiveness or try to mark territory too soon, you can make the other person feel smothered or even scared. This includes things like checking their phone, persistently asking who they're talking to, or showing unwarranted jealousy. It's important to remember that first dates are for getting to know each other, not for imposing expectations or rules. Trust in a relationship should be built gradually and cannot be forced. If you try to control or monitor the other person from the start, it's likely that you'll only create distrust and push away the possibility of a healthy, long-term relationship. Recapping and wrapping up the video. At the end of the day, a date is an opportunity to connect, get to know each other, and enjoy the moment. All the points mentioned are simple yet powerful, and can make a big difference in how the interaction with the other person develops. The key is to be genuine, respectful, and show real interest in the person in front of you. If you manage to avoid these common mistakes, you'll be on the right track to make an excellent impression and build a more authentic and meaningful relationship. I hope this information is useful to you and helps you reflect on how you can improve your way of relating to others. If you've made any of these mistakes in the past, don't worry. We all learn and improve over time. The important thing is to be aware of them and always seek to grow and improve in your interactions. Thanks for watching this video. I've left a couple more videos for you to continue growing in your relationships with women. Don't forget to subscribe for more content related to relationships and personal development. See you in the next video.